Question number 1 said to us, the appraisal phase includes which of the following functions? It's real easy to get that mixed up sometimes, isn't it? The appraisal phase is A, administration of exemptions. Question number 2, the process of recording property characteristics in the appraisal district is called what? That's when we're listing them in the records. We're listing those properties. Question number 3, the 10% cap on appraisal increases applies to what kind of property? All residential homesteads. Number 4, which of the following best describes taxable value? And the best description is appraisal value less the total amount of exemptions that might apply. Number 5, which of the following is not exempt under state law? Solar and wind power is exempt, implements 100% is exempt, farm products are exempt. Number D, electric generation equipment is not exempt. Question number 6, the phase in which the government body sets the tax rate is the assessment phase. Number 7, which of the following may not be protested by a property owner? The property owner can protest excessive appraisal, unequal appraisal, or denial of exemption. He cannot protest a category of property. Number 8, in most counties, the appraisal review board must complete substantially all hearings and approve the appraisal records by when? By the 20th. Question number 9. If the taxing unit wants to generate a levy of $50,000 and the total taxable value is $20 million, what's the tax rate got to be? Should be 25 cents. Everybody get that okay? Everybody good with that one? You can, if you finish, all you gotta do is multiply the 25 cents times the 20 million, it equals the 50,000. So you can kind of check it if it doesn't look right to you. Number 10, Mr. Jones' home has an appraised value of $100,000. The exemptions for a school district are $15,000 general and a $20,000 general exemption. School district's tax rate is $1 and a dime. What is Mr. Jones' tax amount? That is C, $715. Everybody good with that? You took your 20% off first, then your 15 off second. Number 11, which of the following refers to a document prepared by the collector that shows the amount of delinquent tax, penalty, and interest due on a property? We call that a tax certificate. Number 12, what is the value limitation for binding arbitration? That's now homestead or $5 million. So let's look at it. I'm going to do a quick snap back here just for grand and let you look at, this is the 10, I think we did this the other day. 101, just remember a tax is a monetary payment that the government legally requires a person to pay. This would be a kind of a flash deal. What's the primary source of funds for local governments? It's property taxes. I'm just looking at the pink things here, kind of the high points. I talk about the controller and the value study, we already know that. We know about TDLR. We know about governing bodies. They have elections to be elected. Presidential board is elected by these governing bodies. Here's kind of the nuts and bolts. The presidential board of directors appoint the chief appraiser. They may appoint the ARB members if the county population is less than 120. If the county population is more than 120, it's appointed by the administrative district judge. They also appoint the taxpayer liaison officer if the population of the county is over 120,000. We know about the assessor, calculates taxes, prepares bills. The collector, when it collects the property taxes. This is an old question from way back. Some of the reasons for creating these appraisal districts was to avoid additional school finance litigation And one of them was correct inequity and poor performance by the appraisers. It was like individual offices, they was trying to correct those performance issues. Also, to restrict political influence, now they want our board to be elected, so they're kind of going against the reason we got created. Part of the problem is those people that was here when it got created are all gone now. A new group of legislatures all about transparency and all this kind of stuff, or more transparency. Controller checks our work. There's the calendar schedules. Those are probably something that show up in your future as far as time frames. Appraisal phase, we discover this property, we also administer exemptions during this phase. The assessment phase is where the tax rate is adopted before September 30th. Collections phase, current delinquent collections. Question says, where are, if refunds issued, they're issued in the collection phase. Tax bill is due when you get it. What else we got in here? Calendar. Discovery. Identifying properties, renditions. Listing, we've already covered that. Real property, land and structures. That's the county, Washington State. Mass appraisal, we've already covered that. Situs is a Latin term about location. Generally, property owners are required to apply for all exemptions by May the 1st, or before May the 1st. I think it's by before May 1st. Percentage exemption, mandatory exemption, where it covers their appraised value. General homestead. Additional, we covered most of this. Appraisal cap, we talked about the 10% cap. Deadlines before May the 1st, most exemptions. I've seen it by April 30th, before May the 1st, which is basically the same day. Notice of praise phase, the most common notice we may send out. Talk about the reasons for notice to go out. Exemption charts in here, had that a long time ago. Let's talk about these. We hand the records off to the ARB around May the 15th. Then the ARB approves those records when? By July 20th, it becomes the appraisal roll. Then who certifies the appraisal rolls? Chief appraiser does. By when?
25th.
July 25th, okay? Taxing unit challenge, we talked about those earlier. Most of the stuff we covered, I just want to, in case there's a definition or something pops up on it, just might refresh your memory a little bit. Two major things in the assessment phase are setting the tax rate and calculating individual bills. They have to adopt the tax rate every year, has to be an M&O and INS. Tax rate, taxable value. We talk about, this is, if the value stays the same, rate stays the same, the levy stays the same. If values increase, tax levy increase, less the tax lowers the rate. Good luck finding one of those. We did a calculation already. There's some practice follow-up stuff in here on my scan. Effective rate is the rate that would levy approximately the same amount of taxes last year on this year's value of properties taxed in both years. I think the rest of it y'all pretty got. Collection phase, do when you get them, issue refunds, tax did we covered that long ago. Okay, I think we're good on this one. Some of these we'll cover, some of these we won't, some of them seem to be a little more relevant maybe. Okay, work on your 102 questions there, please.